How's it going? It's me, Anthony Frazier from Movieman Productions, and today I'm bringing an episode of my newest podcast called Movieman Talks. And pretty much I'll just have someone on the show with me, and we talk about pop culture news, referring to movies and video games and all that. Always have some good people on. But this episode, I'm gonna have my one of my best friends actually, Cody Mears. He's on. Cody, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing alright.
Yeah,
How are you?
doing swell. I understand you're a little nervous, but remember, this is a fun place where all opinions matter. This is my America. All right, we got some really good stuff to talk about today. First off, our main topic for today is going to be Destiny 2. It's coming out. When's it coming out, Cody?
September 6th.
September 6th. And Cody is a huge Destiny fan.
Yeah.
He's the man. And he's going to be giving us some insight for all you new players, all you old players, And don't 1v1 him because he'll make you cry on a daily. Yeah. All right. Well, first thing I'm gonna kind of blow through because I don't really care too much about it. It's that the Teen Titans, I guess their live action show. It's they casted Nightwing, and this guy, his name is Brenton Thwaites. I don't know how you say that. But he played the new Pirates of the Caribbean. I think he was like Will Turner's son. He's Australian. He's gonna be Nightwing. I don't know. I'm not really too excited for the show, honestly. But yeah, it'll it might surprise us. I know they already casted Starfire, and Starfire's apparently black, and some people are kind of in uproar about that. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. So we're gonna make a little transition on to Cody himself, actually, because
Hi.
yeah, because Cody, he has never watched The Office.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not fair to say I've never seen it.
Okay.
I've seen like 2 episodes of The Office
Okay.
and love.
Yeah.
But, okay, so technically I maybe haven't seen it, but
Yeah. I
close
mean,
enough.
I really think you'd enjoy it, to be honest, because that's your type of humor.
Oh, I did. Like, I promise you, when I watched those episodes, I was dying of laughter. Like, even over the dumbest things, I was, like, crying. I promise you. It's just, I've never gotten around to do it, which I don't get why I don't have an excuse to. I never do anything, so it's really,
Well,
literally my fault.
now you have Netflix and you can freaking binge that show. I think it's like it's like how many seasons? 8 seasons, I think. 8 or 9 seasons, and holy moly, it is. Is it worth your time? Yes, it is. That is literally one of the best shows I've ever seen, to be very honest. And I've seen a lot of shows, but it's just so funny, and it's well scripted. Cinematography, man, it's not really all there. It's mainly because it's just like they're trying to like make a little documentary, but it's really worth your while.
Yeah.
The last episode kind of made me tear up, though, only because it was over. But speaking about Netflix, we all heard about the Death Note movie.
Oh.
And okay. And the reception on it is pretty poor. Some people are even comparing it to Dragon Ball Evolution, which I think that's a totally different low. Dragon Ball Evolution is just a straight up disaster. Like I think I felt sick when I was watching that. And Cody, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan.
Oh, definitely.
Yes. And literally, that movie made me queasy. And I have never felt a cringe like no other in that film. But man, Death Note was not like that for me. I actually enjoyed it. Um, there's some things I didn't like, but for the
Mhm.
most part, as a movie, I kind of enjoyed it. But Cody, I feel I know you have a different opinion on that, so let's hear it.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
So going into the movie, it completely was like, okay, I'm going to take this movie as its own movie and not compare it to the source material that it was made from.
Hmm.
Because it's supposed to be like a Western version of how would it go if a random kid found the Death Note and, was
Hmm.
using it. And, to an extent, I will give them that. I think they did a decent job
Hmm.
in that way. I felt like that light in this live action movie series or whatever um, was more realistic than light in the anime.
Exactly.
Like
That's what we were talking about yesterday. Yeah.
he's a lot more realistic. But still, there is a lot of things that still kind of got to me, and I'm not even gonna lie and say that yes, I did compare a lot of it while watching to the actual anime slash manga, and it did bother me a bit, like
Oh, which
Misa
is
or I guess
understandable. I think,
Mia.
yeah, that's what everyone was. That's what everyone was doing. I mean, everyone who's read the manga or watched the anime, that's what everyone was doing. So that's totally understandable.
It just kind of like happens, but like as a
Hmm.
movie, I felt like because assuming that if there is going to be a second part, it really doesn't make up for I feel like the pacing of the movie because Light gets the death note and then like next second it seems like he's killed off like half a country or something like that just
he,
immediately,
and he killed off
which
Kim Jong Un. Like
yeah,
what?
it's just kind of like I like especially if there is going to be a second part, which still makes no sense to me because it's like how would that work? Because anyone who has seen it seems like one or two things will happen after the disappointing ending, I would say,
Hmm.
of the first part. But if it is just a first part, I can see them being like, well, they wanted to create a suspension or something like that. Because I've had multiple people tell me that this is kind of how Netflix like does it, that they leave you in suspense like this.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
it's like I felt like I walked into this movie and watched it, felt disappointed, and then got slapped in the face that I didn't get at least an ending out of it. Um, it's just,
Yes. Release your
I,
frustration.
but again, keeping the anime and stuff out of this, Light as a character, I felt like he was just incredibly, incredibly dumb. He, the part about him being in the gym openly with the Death Note in his hand, it's like he doesn't care if he does get caught. He's kind of like, yeah, I have this. I'm a cool kid now, right?
Yeah, for real.
Um, and then him being like, Mia being like, hey, what's that? And he's just like, nothing. She's like, okay. Oh, do you really want to know? Like immediately, like, what?
He's he had to get that tail, man.
Apparently, that's all the movie seemed like it was about was this love story that was also just like forced upon. Because one second Mia
Hmm.
doesn't even know who this guy is really, and
Yeah,
then like kills like one person, and it's like, oh, I love you.
that
It's
is
it's just
true. Yeah, I just now noticed that. Yeah, you're right. That's
uh,
weird.
it's just it's like and it wouldn't be that much of a problem I feel if the entire movie wasn't around this thing of love in the movie, but it
Hmm.
was. It was like put down your throat in multiple occasions of just their love in the movie and trying to force into being like a love movie,
Yeah.
but also like to pass judgment by killing off these people. But it's still like done dumb ways. Again, Mia just as a character, she's just crazy, and I
Uh,
just or what she did is also dumb, probably worse than Light, even though that's saying a lot. Even
yeah.
though, the only thing I can really give to the movie is sort of like not light L in the movie. Still have problems with him because at some points I felt like he was trying too hard at
Mm-hmm.
points, and he's just, if anything affects him at all, he just looks like he's about to start, like he's about to have a mental breakdown.
I
He's
know.
just about to start crying. It's just like, and it's
Yeah.
been a while, and it's been a while since I've seen the Death Note anime. I've told you about this before,
Mm-hmm.
and so like my entire like memory of it going into the movie or series or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
was kind of like, that's another thing. Like, I'm glad because I didn't remember everything, so I couldn't really compare too much.
Yeah.
But after recently watching it, because I immediately after the movie started watching the anime again, and it really just also added on to the pain of watching it. But again, that's like personally how I feel. I can give them some things that I did. They did make it realistic, as I said,
Mm-hmm.
and they did better than maybe some people are giving them credit for. But definitely, if you are trying to compare it to the anime, uh, when the movie ended, I literally felt mad. I was mad. But
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
what about you?
Man. Okay. I guess I'll start off by saying what I liked about it. Um,
Hmm.
the cinematography. I'm gonna, hands down, as a filmmaker, that cinematography was great. The lighting, my favorite freaking, like my whole favorite scene in that movie is when Elle and Light were like in that coffee shop. Even though that was the
Oh,
stupidest scene in the
yeah,
movie, but like the lighting and the rain coming down on that, it looks so beautiful.
yeah,
Uh,
I agree with you 100% there.
mm, um, and then what else did I like? I liked how, it did feel real. It like it kind of creeped me out because when the movie was over, I had this feeling at the end. I was like, oh god, like what if this was real? I mean, if this was real, I mean, the movie would be a perfect personification of it. And
Hmm.
I really liked I liked William Dafoe, even though
Oh,
he didn't have too much of a part in it at all.
mm.
Yeah. But yeah, it was still like he's one of my favorite actors. Um, then what else did I like? Um, okay, I guess that was all I liked. To be honest, I guess I didn't like the movie as much as I thought, but I still thought it was pretty. I thought it was. If I were to rate it, I would at least give it like a 6 out of 10, and six not being like a D or anything, you know. But things I did not like, the number one thing I hated about this movie was the freaking pacing. Because literally no, not even 5 minutes into the movie, the Death Note drops from the sky and hits him on the head, and he's like, "Oh, a book." And then, like literally 5 minutes after that, he kills his first person. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
not even
what?
like a criminal either.
Yeah,
Like just a bully.
yes, yes, exactly. And I'm just, and he
And
makes it so specific too on how he gets killed. I thought that was kind of weird. He's like, yeah, I'm decapitated by a ladder, with a from a moving truck, and blah blah blah. And that's another thing about it. Whatever happened to? All you had to do was just write their name down, and they would like die of a heart attack. You
yeah,
know?
like, cause in the anime, and that's one problem I also had with the movie, is that in the anime, like most of the stuff like did was like heart attacks. Like he
Hmm.
literally did heart attacks.
Yeah.
So like, no one would be tipped off that maybe he can make them die in other ways. Of
Hmm.
course, he still did. He still did, but like his main thing was heart attacks.
Yeah.
And just in the movie, I felt like they were trying to be overly gory. And of
Yes.
course, getting faded isn't going to be like, the prettiest thing, of course.
Hmm.
But it's like it happens. And it's like those anime styles where it's like overly bloody, and then like the girl screaming was like covered in like blood, like
Yeah.
literally like drenched in blood, which it's like it just seemed over the top, like those old style movies that like like someone gets like cut and then there's like
Yeah.
a water fountain of like
Yeah.
over blood and stuff. Just
Oh yeah.
it just seemed, eh,
Yeah.
to me.
And it just felt like a Final Destination movie. Like I didn't
Yeah.
like that. I did not like that. And because the whole point of like writing the cause of someone's death was to, because like he did it, so like it's if like it was like a part of a plan, you know,
Hmm.
not just cause not for just shits and giggles, but they're just like having fun with it. I mean, and I did not like any of the actors. I felt like Light. Well, I like Light's character
Uh,
because I like how, yeah, like you said, how they portrayed him as like this, just like um, he's not like in the anime how he was like good at everything. He was like straight A student, all that. He was kind of a misfit, and I kind of like that. But
mm,
I just did not like the actors, except for Willem Dafoe. Um,
yeah.
but it's L's actor was just like he always looked like he was either about to cry or he was about to scream or it looked like he was having an anxiety attack all in one. Like that's what his facial expressions were. And Light screams, that just says it all for me. Like when he screamed when he saw what's the dude's name?
Ryuk, Ryuk.
Yeah, Ryuk. When he saw Ryuk, that's like
Oh,
immediately I'm like, this guy's not doing it for me.
no.
And
In
then
fact,
mhm.
continue.
Oh, and then the girl played Mia or Misa, whatever you want to call her.
Yeah.
She, I feel like she was literally taken off of Disney. Okay, I feel like she quit her Disney Channel job just to be in this movie because she wanted that edge.
She, she's feeling it.
And that did not work for me. And then the guy who played
Yeah.
Light's dad, he literally plays a dad in every movie that has to do with football. like he literally does. Um, and and it was so weird how dumb Light was until the end of the movie.
Yeah,
And
that's about like literally that I can give him the credit for is like that one thing.
yeah, and L was just, I don't even understand. Like he just didn't make sense. Like he's like, "Oh yeah, I know your son's Kira." And in my mind I'm thinking, I'm like, how did he know that? How could he have possibly have known that? He never gave any evidence to why he knew he was Kira. Did you notice that?
Yeah, no, trying to remember specifically so I don't like sound stupid because there's probably someone gonna be like, well, this part, but but
No.
it's like I don't exactly specifically remember. Like he explained how he narrowed it down to Seattle, but still, just I don't know.
You should be
You just got
untraceable. Like, totally.
the pacing. It's just
Yes, and then that little whatever, I don't know what the hell they were trying to do for that cliffhanger ending. I don't know what they were trying to do, to be honest.
I,
like
I,
like were they trying to like hint that, oh, Light might die or we might make a sequel. It depends how people think about this film.
well, it's like he's either gonna die or get put in jail. I mean, really, like, what are you supposed to do after that then?
But they don't have proof that he actually killed him, though. That's the thing. So they couldn't put him in jail. Even if he had the death note, like, how's that gonna like? I don't know. Honestly, it's weird, man.
Yeah, it's just because if there is going to be a second part, they definitely still don't have any grounds to like for me to forgive this in terms of pacing.
Yeah.
Because if there's a second part, you could have just spaced it out. You could have just spaced it out, throw in some stuff. Because
Yes.
I'm glad they're not like dragging it all out. I'm glad that it's like to the people who have seen the anime,
Hmm.
we kind of stuff like we get it,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like we're gonna at least help the people who don't know.
Hmm.
But it's like it's still like immediate, like just it went too fast. And if there is gonna be a second part, the second part better be better make up for the first part because
Yeah. And
everything just got thrown in.
yeah, and like you were saying yesterday, this should have just been a mini series, to be honest. Instead of them
Yeah,
just having to freaking just throw out a whole freaking it's a whole like 130 I said 100, an hour and 30-minute film.
that
Like,
didn't even finish
yeah.
technically.
Yes, exactly. I don't know. I mean, I guess that was their budget of what they could do, but come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Netflix. Come on. Okay, well that's enough about Death Note. We're all kind of disappointed, but I guess I'm a little less disappointed than most people.
Yeah.
um, let's get on to some. We'll stay on anime, but we're gonna transition to video
Okay.
games. So
Okay.
we got, I think last week they announced the new Naruto game, Shinobi Strikers. In this game, it seems that you're able to create your own character, which that's what I've been waiting for a very long time. I'm not a big Naruto fan, I'll let everyone know that. But I always wanted a game like that. The games are freaking fun, I'll give them that. But I don't know about this gameplay. Because from what I've seen, it kind of looks like a League of Legends type of deal. And I don't know, man. I don't know about that. And then it also has elements of like this Dragon Ball Z game called Battle of Z, which was really bad. Um, but I don't know, Cody. What do you? Because you're a huge Naruto fan. Um,
Yes. Grew up on Naruto literally most of my entire life. And Shinobi Striker, so I don't specifically know. Just with the stuff that we were given, because we have seen gameplay of the game, but that is just like early kind of footage. We don't know all that it's gonna have.
mhm,
I hope that it's good. I'm hoping that it's good.
mhm.
Like the more and more stuff that comes out, it seems like people are getting on like for the game. Because when we first found out about the game, everyone was like, "This game's gonna be like trash." But the
True.
second they announced character customization, like your own character there, immediately we're like, okay, this game's gonna be great. That's like okay.
At least it better.
So like yeah, I'm still on the fence about it. I'm still gonna get it because I'm a huge Naruto fan and all this stuff. But
Hmm.
the art style, I still don't know how I feel about it yet. I think it's unique. It just makes it look like it's from an old gen console. I don't know. It seemed kind of like a step down. Maybe it's because I'm just
Soft
not used to
shells.
it. Yeah, it's just it's something I'll probably just have to get used to. I don't feel like we know too much about the game yet. I know it comes out sometime. I think like spring of next year, which isn't too far away.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but it's still like I feel like I need to know more to really like be able to tell you, hey, I think it's going to be mediocre, maybe this or
Hmm.
that. Just as it stands right now, I'm excited for it, and I'm gonna hope that it's for the best.
Yeah.
I'm in an interesting spot for it,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. My thing is just the gameplay. It's kind of tripping me up, man. I mean,
Yeah,
they're doing
uh,
like these 4-on-4 stuff, and I'm like, no, 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 no. Xenoverse does that. Well, they do 3-on-3, but
mhm.
the maps are big enough for you to not really care, so you can just like 1v1 someone the whole time, and not even care about anyone else. But this one, it seemed like the maps were a whole lot smaller,
Yeah.
and
And I think we've only seen like one area. Yeah, I think we've only seen like one area. I think it's like in the forest of death. It seemed like,
hmm
or around that area. I
yeah.
don't know. Um, I'm hoping though, specifically, at least for like gameplay wise, are there more combos, please?
Oh
Like it
gosh,
just seemed like there was
please.
one kind of like combo thing going on, at least for the terms of the characters that are actually in the anime, like Naruto, Sasuke, etc.
Hmm.
Um, I could be wrong. Maybe I need to rewatch the gameplay or something. But it just seemed like there was one or two combos, maybe.
That's what well, actually no, Storm had more combos than that, I guess.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
Storm's combos kind of got boring
Storm
after a
had.
while.
Yeah, it was like you could do the same thing. It's just
Yeah.
the only thing I felt like Storm combos did differently was if you wanted them to look different, I guess.
Yeah,
He
pretty
did
much.
they like the same thing.
Yeah.
But,
So Cody, if you get the game, well, what you probably are, to be honest, um,
mhm.
and you make your character, what are okay, and you can have three different jutsus, not ultimates.
Mhm.
What would your three be?
Okay, so a lot of people probably don't know this about me, and I don't think any probably could ever guess this from me. But I've always had like a liking to like Pain, like the character Pain,
Oh yeah.
and like everything that he does, like Renegon and all this stuff. All the Renegon abilities have always been very interesting to me.
Hmm.
Like my favorite, you know, uh, I in Naruto is the Renegon.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like the first thing I would really want is Almighty Push
Yes.
because I always thought that was cool to like just like push people away.
I saw
I
that in the
really
trailer.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it did seem kind of really small in the trailer,
Hmm.
but then Pain can change the size because obviously he can either like push people away or destroy the entire Leaf Village.
Yeah.
So it can vary. So maybe just in the trailer wise they had it be small. You can probably get it bigger, maybe upgrade it. I don't know.
True that.
Some no. Um. Second, if we're specifically just talking about jutsus,
Hmm.
um, I know this. Okay, and this is where I now sound really lame. Probably Shadow
No.
Clone Jutsu, because I've always
Oh.
really
Yeah, I didn't think
liked the
about
thing
that.
behind Shadow Clone Jutsus of like having like multiple Miis around and
Yeah, for
stuff.
real.
I just always thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Just to be like,
You can have one make
that.
you a sandwich and then one turn
Oh
on the
yeah,
PlayStation for you.
I would never have to get up. Never, never. It'd be really cool. Like,
You wouldn't even have to
go
get a
to school.
job.
Like, hey,
If you think about it, you just
go get a job.
yeah,
Go out
you,
there.
yeah, and they freaking die in it, or like whenever you release them, and like they bring home the money, and you just poof, they're gone,
Yeah.
and you got the money.
You could have them go to school because shadow clones they give the information they learned back to its owner.
Oh
So
my god,
you could just be like, you just make a shadow clone and be like, hey, go to college for me.
what the fuck?
Bam,
What? I,
done. There you go.
how
There
is
you go.
how is this not the best jutsu in Naruto?
That's what I'm saying. That's how Naruto learned Rasen Shuriken really
Mhm.
fast. Was he just made a bunch of clones and we're like, hey, all of you work on this at the same time, and if any of you learn anything, it'll be transmitted back to Naruto.
Oh shoot, man, that
So he
is
can take everything he learns and just like get it done really fast. So yeah, I could just be like, hey, you clone, go to work. Hey, you go to college for me, and just have everything be done. And you're not losing anything. I mean, obviously, if you're like, I need to exercise, you probably still have to go out there. But
that sucks. That's the only bad part is the physical activity.
yeah, but like anything else, like yeah, shadow clone,
Gosh, damn.
easy man.
Oh man. Okay, well, damn. Yeah. Well, so what's your last one then? Your last jutsu?
Good question. Um, Gotta really think about this because there's a lot of jutsus I like, and I really want to give one that's I really like. Probably Kirin. Sasuke.
What is
What
that?
Sasuke does? Sasuke's Kirin.
Oh,
Have you seen the fight between Sasuke and Itachi?
Is that the? Are you talking about when he has the bat thing or the curse mark?
Well, no, that's the big lightning dragon he brings down.
Oh. Oh.
That- yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I like that for multiple reasons. Because for one, it doesn't cost any chakra. It just doesn't cost anything.
Really?
And for most people, yeah, it doesn't cost anything because you're like, I forgot how it was like worded, but like, you're taking the lightning that's already there in the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Because like how Sasuke did it was like he shot a fireball into the sky
Mm-hmm.
to like create clouds and stuff. And like he just took like the lightning that was up there and he just made a big gigantic lightning dragon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't dodge it. You physically
Yeah, you
cannot dodge
can't
it because
draw.
it's
You
use
can't.
of lightning.
You can't dodge just
And
a giant freaking lightning dragon.
so honestly, one of the most OP abilities in Naruto cost for free.
Holy moly! You just know all the ins and outs,
And
don't you?
yep, it's a lightning dragon. I mean, there are other things like if I like, there's like I don't know, maybe like the even though this is starting to go into like Mangekyo Sharingan's kind of stuff, like you know, their stuff like
Yikes!
Tsukiyomi's cool. Kodo Ama. I always mess this up. Never mind. Shisui's Mangekyo like completely like you know like
Mm-hmm.
control someone.
Oh yeah.
I think that's really cool. Izanagi like be like, hey, I killed you. Just kidding. No, you didn't. Like that's kind of like
Man,
it's really. I think it's cool. Um,
there's a lot of.
there's a lot of jutsu out there which
Yeah.
that I'm really like excited to use, and of course we again know that I bet Shadow Clones are gonna be in the game, obviously.
Oh yeah.
And we know Almighty Push is in there. And I swear, if I get to do a Keenan, it's gonna be really cool.
Oh god, yeah. Man, yeah, that's some good moves for your character. Man, for me, I don't even know. Because, like, I was like, I want to do taijutsu, but all the taijutsu moves are kind of weak, man, in, like, the games, at least. Because I don't want to do Leaf Whirlwind. That's gonna be whack. That's whack. Like, I want to do something cool, dude. I want to do, like, Rock Lee's, his ultimate, but, like, as, like, a regular jutsu, you know?
Oh, the 8 Inner Gates.
Yeah. But,
Nice.
yeah. Okay, so, yeah, if I could do that for, like, a jutsu, that'd be cool. I want Sharingan.
I'm pretty sure. I think I heard something about like bringing like you know like clans into the game, so
Mm-hmm.
you can be like, oh, I'm an Uchiha or something like that. Because
Yikes.
obviously you would probably have like the Sharingan abilities and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that'd be pretty cool. That'd be
Yeah.
a way to like uh diversify what people play as.
Yeah. And, what's that one dude? The one, he was Itachi's friend who got killed.
Shisui?
Yeah. If I could have one of his
Mhm.
moves, because he had this one, man, he was so good. And I forgot which Naruto game. I think it was like Revolution, Storm Revolution. I
Mhm.
think that's the same with Mecha Naruto. Yeah, he was so good in that game. Oh man,
Yeah.
and he had that one move where he like teleports and like throws this like flame sword and shit. I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah, that's it's
he was pretty sweet.
bloody his flicker technique. Oh yeah, I love Shisui. Like honestly, he's my favorite Sharingan user like in the entirety of Naruto. Honestly.
Even
Yeah, cool. Itachi's
Kakashi.
cool.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, Kakashi slash Obito. They're cool, I guess. I really like the idea of Kamui. That's probably my second thing.
Oh yeah.
Is like the whole Kamui system of like, hey, you can't touch me, lol.
Oh
I
yeah.
like that. I think that's really.
Man.
But I feel like they probably can't do that in Shinobi Striker, at least to an extent that would make me happy, because that sounds kind of overpowered.
Yeah. Um, I didn't see any newer people in that trailer. Like I haven't seen
Yeah,
Obito. I mean, from what I've seen is like up to the pain arc. That's all I've seen character
I
wise.
mean, we can assume that it goes to the end of the series because
Hmm.
Boruto is going to be there. In fact, in the name, it's Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker, and we
Oh,
know it has that Boruto
that's a
is
lame name.
in the game, so we can probably guess that those other characters would be in there. They just haven't been like shown yet or revealed yet.
Hold on, is it really called Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers?
Mhm.
Whack. That is lame. You don't see Dragon Ball being like Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball GT to Dragon Ball Super, Xenoverse 2, the relenting. I don't know, God. But what? What? So okay. So if I want to pick up, um, I don't know. God, try to figure out a game I got. Okay, so if I want to pick up Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, to Uncharted, to Among Thieves, to Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception, to Uncharted 4. Oh, fuck it. You know what? That's so stupid. That's the stupidest name ever. I'm sorry. My God. Much respect lost. Lord. Are you dying?
Yeah, I mean, I can see why they decided to take this route because it's like, yeah, they're trying to move to like the whole Boruto thing. Even though I do kind of think it's kind of dumb.
Yeah. It's oh my God. Just imagine if they did that to Star Wars. I won't even get into that. I'm not even gonna get into that.
Uh,
Oh my
be a
God. Lord have
long
mercy.
title.
What about this one? Destiny to Destiny 2. Revengeance. I don't
No
know.
pity.
Oh my God. Well, speaking of
It's
Destiny.
interesting that you bring up Destiny. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting that I did bring that up. That might just be our main topic today, huh?
Oh,
Oh,
what?
okay.
You know what you're talking about?
I don't either. Fuck. Alright. Well, okay, so today I got Cody on to kind of educate us about Destiny 2 because your boy knows a lot about Destiny. I'm gonna have him answer some questions, and he's gonna tell us what he's excited for, what he's not excited for, what we can expect, new and old players. And he's definitely has a lot to say. So first off, Cody, what?
Yeah.
How many days? 7 days? 6 days left. It's coming.
Like I'm looking at it now. We have 5 days, 41 minutes, and 56 seconds until we can play it for console.
It's
For
coming
console,
close.
we have that. It's right there. It's so close.
Oh, man.
People are either excited for it, not excited for it,
Mm.
but I think it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah. I remember. I always tell this story to Cody. Remember when the first Destiny came out? First, I'm gonna go into the alpha. They put out the alpha. I played it a little bit with my uncle. It was really fun. Really enjoyed it. The beta came out. I didn't pre-order the game, so I couldn't play it. So then it became an open beta, and it was only for 2 days. No, it was longer. They extended it actually. It was longer than that, I believe. Whoa, that's a lot of noise, Cody.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's like a helicopter. I'm sorry.
Can you tell the helicopter to shut up?
Hey, helicopter, shut up.
I think he got the
I
point.
think it worked.
Yeah, I don't hear him right now.
Yeah, I think.
Anyways,
Continue, I'm sorry.
so so played the beta for a few days, and let me tell you, that was literally that was some of the best fun I've ever had in a game. It was great, and just to think that there was more waiting for us. Is that the helicopter again? Oh my God. Okay. He keeps on ruining the mood. Okay. Yikes.
Continue.
Okay, so yeah, then then from that point I was like, okay, I'll pre-order this game. And me and Matthew, we pre-ordered. We were big fans. Every single day, Cody, we were just like you. freaking research what's new, what's gonna happen. Bungie would always leave. They're really good with like leaving hints on like different websites and all that, and getting you it'll let you get like bonuses and all that, and discover more about the game. And man, we were excited. We were addicted, and then we pre-ordered at Target because we're like we can get this a whole lot earlier than everyone else.
Hmm.
At least in the morning, not like towards midnight or anything. Um, so we went to Target around like 7 or 8 o'clock, picked it up, and they're all like, "Hey guys, you know what? Since you pre-ordered this, you get a $5 Target gift card. I don't care, but thanks." So,
Sure, thanks, guys.
man, it was great playing that game. Man, it was the best time ever for 2 weeks because we found out that we played almost everything in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um. Again, because personally, I wasn't there during the Vanilla Destiny,
yeah.
so I didn't get to experience that.
Hmm.
Which is funny, me being such a huge Destiny fan. Before I even played Destiny, like before that, before I started playing it, I never had any intentions of playing the game.
Hmm.
My friends would always talk about it, and I'd be like, "It's okay, I guess. I don't really care for it."
Hmm.
Until one day, I got a PS4, and one of my friends were like, "Okay, you need to play this," and it was around the Dark Below era, like
Hmm.
beginning-ish of the Dark Below area. Um, and I played it and kind of just fell in love with the game and like met a lot of people that like I've become really close friends with on PlayStation
Hmm.
and just grew a lot grew a lot from that. Even in my own not my own clan, but in a clan with like all of my friends, and it's a good time. And glad to hear that in Destiny 2 that clans actually matter versus being a thing that's like under your name.
Wait,
That's
what? They
really good.
actually matter? Do
Yeah,
tell.
definitely. In Destiny 2, a lot of things, and if I'm wrong about anything, I'm definitely sorry to anyone out there. Or like if I didn't give out every specific thing. But like yeah,
They'll
like you
live.
can get like various bonuses for being in a clan. I think like loot for being in a clan and doing all this other stuff and like promoting your group. I don't know in what kind of ways.
Oh,
And just like
MLG,
clan. Just, hmm?
like Phase Destiny.
Oh, oh yeah. Like it's like amazing.
Man.
I'm really happy. Like clans, they really are pushing like to like be a community with each other.
Hmm.
Like with whole guided game stuff. So
Yeah.
it's like even if you're a solo player, like they had LFG sites before. So if you're like, I'm gonna look for people so I can like do a raid. Well now like
Hmm.
they have an in-game system of like you can like look for different kind of people. Like I want to do a raid, and I found this group. I'm gonna play with them. And I heard
Mm.
there's like this lobby thing of where you get to actually like, talk to them before you actually go in the game. I don't specifically remember. I
Really?
apologize about that.
That'd be
Yeah,
neat.
like there's a. I heard something about that. I heard something that there's like a in-game thing that you meet up before you actually like go in there. I
Hmm.
don't know, but and if you do the raid and you're like, I like these guys. Like you can request to join the clan
Yeah.
and get all these bonuses and stuff for being in a clan. There's your clan banner, which I think is like when you're in your inventory,
Uh
like
huh.
looking at your character, like the top of it will have like I think it's either your emblem or like the clan banner,
Do you get to
which is
make your
really
own
cool.
clan banner?
Yeah, you can make your own clan banner.
Oh,
Yep,
that's sick.
on the actual Bungie Destiny app.
Hmm.
Our clan leader boss, he created the clan clan the clan flag thingy,
Uh huh.
and it's really cool. It's really cool. You can
Nice.
create it. I don't know how goes the customization and all that stuff,
Hmm.
but I just know that our boss did to it. It looks really really cool, and I'm really happy about that outcome.
Okay. So, I didn't get to play the Destiny 2 beta. Um,
Mm-mm.
I know that you and Matt had, and
Mm.
like I was saying earlier, my big disappointment about the game, which everyone's big disappointment, was that um, when you got into the game, you played it all pretty much, except for the
Yeah.
raid. So that's my big deal right now. It's like I'm scared that's gonna happen to me again. Um, so can you maybe reassure? Can you reassure people, or can you kind of just? Do you think it'll be a better experience this time around than last time?
I can most definitely think that Destiny 2 is gonna be, at least at launch, is gonna be a lot better. At least definitely comparing to the Destiny 1 launch.
Yeah.
Because yes, a lot of people hate on Destiny, and like, Bungie throughout all the years of Destiny 1, I feel like it was definitely like a practice ground, a pretty expensive practice ground.
Yeah, the most expensive
Um
game ever
but,
made, the first Destiny.
yeah. Like fixing all the stuff, like making it better. So if you take Destiny as it is, I think it's a pretty fun game.
Mm.
Now, of course, getting to that point, it's very expensive to like get there if you had to pay through all the DLCs up to this point.
Yes,
Yeah,
which is the
it's pretty
worst.
costly for what you kind of costly for what you get. But like I can assure you that Destiny 2 at vanilla is gonna be, I think it's gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah.
After playing the beta, I can definitely say it's gonna be pretty fun. If anything is even near as fun as like I had in like Crucible or on the one strike we got, like I really can't complain.
Hmm.
I think it was good. I
Yeah.
feel it was pretty small, and a lot of people didn't like that it was that small.
Uh-huh.
But honestly, a lot better than how I think Destiny 1 did it with their beta, giving you probably one third of the game, and it takes you one third of the game just to get to new content.
Yes.
That long to actually start playing the game, quote unquote. Versus
Yes.
Destiny 2, you literally get the first story mission. Literally, that's it. That's it.
That's good.
And that in terms of story wise, but you get first mission.
Hmm.
They can only literally play through once, technically per character.
Uh-huh.
You get one pretty fun strike. I really like how the strike is. The boss is really fun. The scenery is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Definitely on PC. The game is absolutely gorgeous. People who say that the game hasn't gotten better in terms of graphics wise,
Uh-huh.
like of course it's gonna look better on PC, obviously.
Yeah.
But like just even on console, I feel like it's definitely stepped up. I like how it looks, how the characters look, how the
Yeah.
things you fight look. I just like how everything looks now. And all the stuff that we've seen so far looks absolutely gorgeous. The European Dead Zone EDZ
Hmm.
looks so beautiful. So beautiful. I'm just hoping they can actually put some life into there. Because
Yeah.
Bungie has said this is the biggest thing they've ever made in terms of like a map wise in any video game, I believe.
Okay.
And I'm hoping they can like make that be true, but like
Yeah.
put some life in there. Give us some good stuff to do in these parts. And it seems like with all the
Exactly.
stuff that they said, with the dungeons or lost sectors that there are, the adventures which are like side quests that you
Hmm.
can do, um, public events, they matter so hard now. I know they, even in Destiny, they kept pushing to make public events more and giving you like a chance at it, like legendary gear and all the stuff. But like
Hmm.
the fact that they have public events, and if you do something, you can trigger a heroic version of the public event. You
Ooh.
now can just open your ghost and like go to a location.
Hmm.
So you don't have to like open your ghost, go to orbit, choose your place, and then go. You just open your ghost and you just go there.
Ooh.
It's really cool. They also tell you where public events are. They'll tell you when and where these public events will take place on
And
them.
so we'll get better loot than what we usually would from those in Destiny
From
1, I'm guessing.
Yeah, from what we saw with the like I think it was like an hour and a half or something of the European Dead Zone gameplay.
Hmm.
It seemed like you got some good stuff out of it. And the vendor, I forgot his name that you talked to.
Yeah.
He's like a huge character in it in the European Dead Zone.
Hmm.
Like he has his own like faction, quote unquote. Like you can buy gear from him, you can rank it up
Uh-huh.
and get armor out of it. you can find these EDZ tokens that you turn into like reputation
Yeah.
and get an engram from him. It's really cool. I like how they have taken a lot of things that they've done to like further the story and just all this stuff. Like Lost Sectors, I'm so excited to do. I'm hoping they're replayable. And
So,
hopefully,
what are lost sectors again? I'm sorry.
as far as we like know, because maybe I just don't know, because I try to avoid heavy spoilers, but I still know a lot of stuff.
Right.
Like anything that's like, hey, this is about story, I get away from it. I'm like, nope, don't want to hear about it.
Oh yeah.
But
Too
Lost
late for me.
Sectors are
I
like
messed up.
dungeons. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Lost Sectors are like dungeons of like if you take an MMO, it's like a dungeon. Like you go and you go fight a bunch of like things, and then at the end there's a boss, and there's like a chest that you can open and get stuff.
Oh.
Of course, it probably is a lot cooler than how I just explained it.
Yeah, it kind of sounds
But-
like a strike.
But you have to like find these areas. These are like well hidden.
Oh.
They're not just hey, go to this area and this is where it is. These are hidden places that like you'll see a lost sector icon which will show, hey, you're near a lost sector,
Yeah.
but you have to still find the location, and then it's not just, oh, I just turn a corner and it's right there. Apparently some of the ways you go into these locations are like very elaborate. Of course, don't know. We didn't get any of that kind of cute stuff in the beta.
Okay.
We think we found one in the beta.
Mm-hmm.
But we obviously couldn't interact or do anything with it, of course.
Yeah.
It was on one of the strikes, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a few stuff that I like.
So, okay, let me ask you this. One of the things that I was really excited for in Destiny was the story. I'm a big story guy for games. Yeah, and I was let down big time. I don't think I was the only one let down either, because we were promised a very big, expansive story, and we didn't really get that. Also,
Nope.
Another question I had, is this world gonna be more lively instead of just us running through this little open world and coming across the same NPCs the whole time?
In terms of what I know, I don't know. Sad answer. In terms of the strike that we played, because we got to like explore everything that we could like in that area in the strike. Like we could like go off the trail and all that stuff and like look around, and it seemed pretty lively. It like as lively as you can really expect, because you obviously can't have it be overly populated.
Right.
But like it felt like that there was a good amount of areas to fight, and again, this was a strike.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't like actual like patrol area. Sure, it might be in a patrol zone. Like if we go into patrol, we could probably be in this area.
Yeah.
But for a strike wise, it seemed pretty like there was stuff there. There were random dregs on pikes that were actually pretty smart, and they would just randomly be there and shoot at you and just drive off like they never existed. I'm like kidding. They wouldn't come back.
Wow.
They just gone.
Okay.
So, sadly, of course, because I don't know, 'cause I haven't played the game, I have another 5 days and 26 minutes on the dot.
True.
But I'm excited. Like, yeah. Nick, do you have any other questions?
Let's see. Okay. So, let's say that there were people that didn't play the first Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
What are some tips that you have for them going in?
Who haven't played Destiny and going into Destiny 2?
Yes. Play with the Titan.
This is a play on Titan, yeah, definitely. And this is assuming that Bungie actually like keeps their word like for this game.
Yeah.
Is try not to, if you hear people trying to compare to Destiny 1 and all this stuff, if Destiny 2 actually delivers on what it's trying to say and does it well, just listen to other people. Now, in terms of actual gameplay, who haven't played before, see, that's kind of hard because it's kind of like the whole new experience. The first part I think might be a little awkward because you're like
Mm.
you don't know anything that happened before.
Yeah.
You don't know these characters. You're not comfortable. Like, you're not used to these characters, which is still fine. It's just you're kind of being dropped in, but it's completely like uh, if you're a new like friendly to people who are just starting the game because it's not like all like it's not like which people do call it this like a huge expansion to Destiny 1,
Mm.
calling it Destiny. It's like a new game, and Bungie's really trying to be like, hey, for new people coming in, we're gonna help you not make it confusing for you,
Yeah.
which is good. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now there's a lot of advice I could give to people from Destiny 1 who probably took like a huge break and are like,
Like me.
yes, there's a lot of stuff I can say when going into Destiny 2.
Mm.
Definitely involving PvP.
Okay. Go for it.
Definitely. Um, Gun skill is definitely the way to go. In Destiny 1, and everyone who's playing currently knows that abilities are pretty much everything.
Mm-hmm.
A bit like gunplay complements your abilities versus other way around, your abilities complement your gunplay.
Yeah.
Because in Destiny 2, grenades don't one-shot. They don't do anything of that weird kind of like sticky grenades in Destiny 1. You just chuck it like and just it like curves and sticks to someone and and just auto die. No,
Mm.
you're gonna have to if you're going into a gunfight. Oh, they're running away. You just like throw a grenade and try to get them, like that kind of thing. Like and with the whole increased cooldowns or whatever, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like you don't get your stuff as often, like anywhere near as often. Definitely in the console beta, which I know they fixed this in the PC beta, where you get your grenade, I believe, faster. I definitely know you're super faster, and it was
Oh.
definitely noticeable. Not insane. You weren't getting your super every like 2 minutes like in Destiny. Like you can
Yeah.
do anything you can do super really quick. It definitely does take time, and
Mm.
it teaches you use these things in smart situations. That's why
Exactly.
you can't just like throw a grenade and do nothing with it and then be like, oh, it's fine because I'm gonna have my grenade back in literally 25 seconds in Destiny 1. That's
Yes.
not how that works. Not how that works. And it also with everyone having the same cooldown, quote unquote, because we have seen armor that like decrease the cooldown of like grenades if you like get a kill or something like that we have heard about with Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like if someone throws a grenade, for the most part, you know when they're gonna have a grenade back, because that's when you get a grenade back. So you can use that to like as like I guess in like a competitive standpoint of like that this person that arc strider just threw his grenade. So unless because you can check their armor, so you can be like, okay, he has this,
Mm-hmm.
and if he has to change how he gets his grenade, you can choose how you engage in a gunfight. And
Yeah.
even in not competitive, you know this, and if you can keep track, because it's 4v4. It's
Mm-hmm.
not like, oh, I have to keep track of 6 people, like in 6v6 game modes of Destiny 1.
Mm-hmm.
Everything 4, which is a problem I have, kinda. I kinda have a problem with it.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, it's a lot less target. I feel like it's gonna be a lot less targets. I know two is not really too far away, but I don't know. It's just like 4v4. Like, what if you have like a team of six? You know, like you usually go do PvP with like in Destiny 1. I know a lot of people did that. Um,
Yeah.
and like also, I mean,
Um,
it's like all that just like lets all the good people on your team get all the kills, and you're just kind of back in a corner, just like, hi, how are you? So
it's and I did fear that it was gonna feel a lot like 3v3 just with like one extra person.
yeah.
But honestly, no. With how the maps are, it doesn't feel like that you're playing 3v3. It feels like 6v6,
Hmm.
but not as chaotic. Like it doesn't feel like, oh, we're just playing a bunch of skirmish every single game. It doesn't feel like that.
Hmm.
There's enough people that it just I don't know, it's weird. It sounds really weird. It feels right for me because I specifically like smaller game modes,
Uh-huh.
but like it doesn't feel like completely like 6v6, but it doesn't feel like 3v3 at the same time because obviously it's not, but it feels like a perfect mix of like if you like 6v6,
Yeah.
maybe at a point it'll feel like 6v6. Or if you like 3v3, your mind might think that, oh, it feels like 3v3. It's really weird. Like, it works for both people, I feel. And I did not
Uh-huh.
like it at first to hear that every single game mode will be 4v4.
Okay.
I still don't know how I feel about that, but after playing it on console beta and on PC beta, I feel pretty fine. Like, I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I didn't like the console control map that we got.
Oh yeah.
I felt like it was just chaotic. It felt like it was like a 10v10 going on here. Like someone and that exact same person will spawn right behind you, and you're like, because your recovery in Destiny 2 seems like forever.
Oh yeah.
Seems like, and so like you'll kill somebody, like you have a good gunfight, and like it's always where like, oh, I'm almost dead, but so I just need a regen, and then somebody tickle you from like miles away, and you're like, well, I got a kill just because I played the game against someone.
Oh my
And it's
gosh.
like, even if you get shot once, you're still in a disadvantage even if you go into another gunfight because it takes so long.
So it's like hardcore on Call of Duty, pretty
It does,
much.
like every single time you get a kill, it just takes a long time
Yikes.
to get your. Okay.
Man.
So I guess that's my kind of advice for Destiny 2.
Good advice. So next question. Okay. And I know you've seen quite a few exotics. So tell me the top two that you're really gonna be aiming for.
Top two. Well, I guess I can't really say my number one because I don't have to do anything for it. I just kind of get it.
Oh,
The
really?
Cold Heart Exotic.
Because you pre-ordered.
Yeah, I
Okay.
pre-ordered. As far as we know, we don't have to do anything to actually like obtain it.
I feel like you just get the quest to do it.
I'm hoping it's that way. I'd be really, really disappointed if it's just kind of like, oh, you just get it and you go.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about an actual exotic that I'm really excited to get, it's called the Graviton Lance. I just
Okay.
pulled it up on my phone, and it's a pulse rifle. It's a void pulse rifle, so it's a energy weapon,
Ooh.
and every third shot in a burst does high damage, which apparently does 7 times damage in PvE.
What?
Obviously, yeah. So it's probably gonna have to definitely tone that down in like PvP because that'd be kind of crazy. That every single burst,
Yeah, tone that
that
down a
third
bit.
shot. Like that third burst is gonna do stupid damage. Like that's just, and it's every shot. It's every burst. That third bullet in that burst does. It says high damage. It does high damage. That's kind of
God.
worrisome. I don't know though. I don't know. It's gonna be weird how they balance that because it'd suck if they made that third thing completely useless. Like, oh, it does 2 extra damage, which maybe that matters. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of disappointing that, oh, this gun got really like nerfed hard for like PvP, which could be fair because you don't want the gun destroying people.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah, man, that would be everyone's go-to. It feels like. I feel
Oh,
like
yeah,
that would
definitely.
be like the thorn of Destiny 2.
And like with how pulse rifles felt in the betas,
Mm-hmm.
they're incredible. They were just incredible, by the way.
Well, you know what, you know what that means. You know it's gonna get nerfed soon. So
Probably
yeah,
disappointing. They already nerfed fusion rifles a little bit
yeah,
because the fusion rifle in the console beta was you could literally snipe someone with it. There's no use using a sniper
Yikes.
rifle because you had a fusion rifle.
Yikes!
You have to do it.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
it was that bad, but like so fun. It was so fun to demolish people with a fusion rifle. But its second perk here that it has like is that kills with this weapon cause enemy targets to detonate. And so not even like just like how in Destiny 1 with the Firefly where their like head explodes and stuff.
Hmm.
No, it's like a purple vortex just like appears and just like kills like everything.
Oh
It
my
looks so
God.
cool. It looks really, really cool. And I saw it in game and it's like every kill you get. Every body shot kill, every headshot kill, doesn't matter. Just any kill you get, just this purple Nova bomb, I guess really. And it just looks so cool. It looks
Yikes.
really beautiful. And this is probably besides Cold Heart, because obviously we just kind of get it.
Hmm.
I feel like this is the exotic because we don't know too much about like we know a lot of exotics, quote unquote, or
Yeah.
at least possible exotics from how they look, but we
Yeah.
don't really know what any of them do. We don't know that much, which I'm glad because I think in like
Hmm.
Destiny 1, you probably knew like every single exotic before it came out, or most of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I can attest to that. Yes.
I want to discover stuff. I want to be like, hey guys, like, have you ever heard of this gun before? Like, let's say in Destiny 1, have you ever heard of the Red Death? Yeah, we already heard about that, but it's really cool.
Oh man.
Have you heard of the Galahorn? Uh, yeah, we also knew about that, but it's really cool.
Yeah. That's
Versus like
yesterday
this.
news, boy. It
Hmm?
was. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm. I don't know. I mean, I'm excited for it, kinda, because you kind of been hyping me about it. Um, but we'll see. I mean, I just don't want this to be a game toward the vanilla because it took forever for the first DLC for it to come out, and the
Hmm.
game was so freaking boring. There's nothing to do, and I just don't want this to be a repeat of that.
Yeah, and even with the Dark Below when it came out, there wasn't that much content. There was like I think there was like a couple story missions, a strike, and then a raid. And I was like, there you go. You have to. That's all the extra content you get. But even Bungie, I believe they said that their first DLC that we are getting in December.
Hmm.
So 3 months after
Mm,
the launch,
that seems kind
they've
of
already.
quick. I'm kind of
Yeah.
fishy about that then.
Well, they apparently have been working on this DLC for over a year now.
Is it?
Over a year.
So they're trying to make this like the best DLC to date.
Well, they're trying to make Destiny 2 in general because they're probably still working on the second DLC too.
Hmm.
But in terms of the first DLC, they've been working on for over a year.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm gonna I'm gonna give it a shot. I am.
Mhm.
But oh gosh, but you. I mean, if I get betrayed again, let me tell you, I'm getting back on this mic, and I am doing a big rant episode. But
I definitely don't blame you. And in fact, I don't blame anyone at this point that like if Bungie messes up at this point, like the people who are like, okay, I will give you one last chance, or even the people who are like, I'm gonna play this game no matter what,
mm,
are like, if they do that, even those people, like if they got mad, I'd be like, honestly, yeah, because they for Destiny 1, like they've done everything to make the game better. They at least try to. I know there's a lot of, like it takes forever to like put out a patch to like fix things, but they end up nerfing things into the ground to where they're not playable.
true.
But like in terms of actual content in the game, like it got better. It seemed like Bungie really did care, and as it stands, ending off Destiny, it seems like they've only gone up in terms of content.
Yeah.
And we've seen with Destiny 2, it seems really, really good, really good. And so, if they've only shown us the best things, and they released the game, and it's just not that good, like if people complain, honestly, I'll be like, yep, go at it. Like, Bungie, you literally had your chance to make this right.
True.
You had your so it definitely I that's why I'm like me being a huge fan of Destiny. I'm not trusting them. I've gone through most of the entirety of Destiny, of course, besides the first couple months before Dark Below came out. didn't play, but the rest of it, I was always there. Always there. The huge drought into Taken King when there was literally no content being put out, nothing to do except for do the raid every week. Once we finished everything in Taken King, I survived through that and everything else.
Yeah.
So when Destiny 2 comes out, I'm gonna trust in them. I'm gonna trust in them.
See, Destiny's like, it's like that partner that you have, who cheats on you, but you love him, and you're just like, I want to give you another chance, but you have to prove to me that you're worth it.
Yeah.
It's just like
that.
And yeah, and if they cheat on you again, it's time to move over to the division. That game died.
That game also had so much potential.
I don't know, man. Even the beta on that was really boring to me.
I had fun with it. I was excited, but then it was like Destiny, where like it came out and there's like you already played through most of the game.
Yeah.
There's nothing really more. You've seen pretty much all the mechanics of how everything's gonna work.
That's true.
Disappointing. Even in the Destiny 2 beta, they said the progression is not gonna be like it is in like the actual game. How you get stuff isn't gonna be the same. They were just wanting you to see a little test copy of what the game will be like. You know, somewhat.
I feel like the first thing I'm gonna say if I like Destiny 2 is that I'm gonna say that Destiny 1 was the most expensive beta ever. Just saying.
It's definitely true. I felt like Destiny was a huge beta for this point because Destiny 2 is a complete restart of everything. Now we have seen old exotics, it seems like, going into Destiny, which I don't know how exactly I feel about, because I'm kind of like, can we like have everything new so people can stop calling this game Destiny 1.5?
Ooh, people are saying that.
Like, yeah, a lot of people are saying it just because, you know, people are like, no, this game doesn't look any different. Even though they're expecting like, a game that, like, they're expecting something completely new. They're wanting a game that's not Destiny to be Destiny 2. Because they're like, this looks a lot like Destiny 1. Well, I mean, it's Destiny. Destiny.
Well, man, yeah, we only, like you said, we have 5 days left, so we'll know by then. But
that is true.
I would like to, man. Thanks for all the insight you gave on us, man. I mean,
of course.
We
I
learned.
hope everyone enjoys the game.
Yeah, we learned a lot, and you cleared up quite a bit too. So, all you Destiny used to players out there, listen to Cody. He knows what he's talking about.
Thank you.
So yeah. Well, I think I might wrap this episode up though, but I would love to have you back on probably maybe like a few weeks into Destiny 2, so we can like get some get some feedback, you know, on you know, how the game's been going and all that. I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah, sure. Wouldn't mind.
Hopefully by then I'll be playing. We'll see. But
We'll see.
yeah. But yeah, man. Thanks for being on. It was fun.
Thank
It
you
was
so
great.
much. Yeah, thank you so much for having me on here.
Yeah, man. It's no problem. Well, guys, if you like this podcast, make sure to give it a share. If you disliked it, press the thumbs down button. I would prefer the thumbs up. Yeah. It's a podcast. Listen to it while you work. Listen to it while you study. Listen to it while you eat. Yeah. Stay tuned for next week's episode. I don't know who's going to be on yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good one. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. See you later, alligators.
Lingers after 5.